Well, hi. Yeah, see, a lot of you like expected Chaz, that yo, but that's not what's gonna happen. So today it is Red Dog and Friends, and that's right, you see yours truly right here. Your HWF Extreme Champion. And just want to put out there that this Saturday at Lewistown, Pennsylvania, I'm gonna be working Mr. Ace Christian. Hi, sir. Yeah, I see you out there. You've done a lot of talking and you've kind of like made it known that you've kind of wanted this match for a while. And I just want you to know, sir, that I've known you for a long time. In fact, the two other gentlemen I'm about to introduce have known you for a long time. And the thing is that like no matter like how good you've gotten, and I'm gonna say you've gotten there pretty well, yeah, you're just not quite on my level. I don't know if you understand this, but as the extreme champion myself, I have a +5 attribute in all stats, and you're not quite there yet. So we'll see what happens this weekend. Maybe, just maybe off the off chance you might get lucky or something like that. You might actually get this win. But I don't really see that happening. So yeah. But for the rest of y'all, you guys get to check out and see us talk about who had a better heel turn. With the IWC, please stop booking everything. And then, has this championship runs for like every title match coming up for WrestleMania? Has it been kind of lackluster? I don't know. We'll find out. Temp check, dumbass of the week, all that stuff is happening on Red Dog and Friends. And it's no holla at your boys. It's just so kawaii.
The following program is a collection of idiots talking about happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, platform, or whatever network they are on. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show, because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies. The 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please do not sue us.
Hit him with a sweet, pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, no way out.
It's not even this show today. That's right. Hi, it's your friendly neighborhood Red Dog, and this is Red Dog and Friends.
I am the champion, Red Dog, hear my call.
The following
Yo, that's right, Mr. Ace. I told you that you would, see us right here. So here we all are. But that's not important. What is important is that this is Red Dog and Friends, and I am your friendly or not so friendly neighborhood Red Dog, and we are here to have a great time with some great conversations. So let me introduce you to my friends. To the man to my right. Well, as you guys see him on the left side of your screen. I'm thinking that's what it is. Unless like you have your phone kind of oriented funny. Regardless, that man right there, he was there when Jesus and Moses first wrestled for who was going to get baptized first, in which, Jesus didn't win. Jesus got baptized first. But more importantly, he was also there when Ace lost his title. So he's the man, the myth, the one person that you don't turn to when you need something to help from. He is that guy you know as Damien Fatal.
Well, Jesus won dirty. Just putting that out there. Moses had the win, but like Jesus threw salt in his eye and kicked him in the nuts when the ref wasn't looking.
Just denied him right off the rip. Like,
Yeah,
no,
just rolled him up. And then poor Ace. Yeah, I'm the one that beat him for that title. As a matter of fact, he's never beaten me. I've beaten him twice.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh, and I
Next,
choked him out in the middle of a match.
see, there's all sorts of things happening right now. And also the man right here below us, because he's not 6 feet under, but he is the only Graves that matter. Also, the man who keeps Corey Graves off our TV. He is Twitch Graves.
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going?
What up? What
You
up?
should
What
be
up?
ashamed of yourself, sir.
Why? Why?
Yo.
Because I happen.
Too long. Did not listen.
Wow.
Too long, did not read. Hey, let's talk about some of the stuff. So, if you guys haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on all of our social media platforms, right? 3 Count Pod, all that great stuff that we have going on. And if you can check us on X, 3 Count Pod _. Also, check out all of our both our YouTube channels, right? So we have the 3 Count Podcast live, and then we also have the 3 Count Podcast itself. So that way you guys can watch up our live stuff. So whether we're doing the watch-alongs or we're doing the live debate shows, right? You guys can check us out on both those. And then you guys can actually check out our show as it drops on Tuesday, the replay of it. Also, we have Now Entering, which this week we're gonna have New World Wrestling Extreme is gonna be on there. The promoter himself, James Allen, will be on the show. So you guys get to check him out, check out the promotion that's gonna be going on with him. It's pretty cool, especially because last night I got to make my Rhode Island debut, which was a big deal to me. So I'm actually very excited to be working with the company. Also, let's talk about we may not be doing a watch along for tonight because
Maybe.
AEW's Revolution is on tonight. Yo, Damien, we doing it? We not
I
doing it?
don't know. I don't want to watch that shit.
Man,
Fucking dude, it is like 13 fucking matches.
It is
You got
13
like
matches.
four
is it
matches.
really?
It is 4 matches on the pre-show, and then
Yep.
9 matches on the main card at the moment, or the last
Oh
time
my
I heard.
God.
Man, fuck that shit. I got a life. I got
No,
work
no.
in the morning.
I mean, yeah.
I am a parental figure, sir,
Really?
You said
and,
bear.
and a husband.
See above comment.
But yo, so you guys go through, check out all our stuff. Chaz always gives you guys the schedule of how everything's gonna come out. I will not. I wasn't on the show last week. I was actually, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. We have like, I forgot last week to even, because I'll tell you guys all straight up, right? I do the editing for the podcast. I forgot to drop the big clip for Now Enter the Ring, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. So it's like I'm out. So there was that. But what I do want to hop into, right, is I want to hop into our hottest, coldest, and our match of the week, because that is what we like to call Temp Check. So, fellas, Damien, take us off, man. Tell us about our hottest.
I
coldest,
am trying to find out what the main event was for Evolve. It was that 6-man tag.
Oh yeah, we talking about swipe right with
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, cartwheel and
Cappuccino Jones. I can't remember anybody else, but dude,
about it.
that's like one of my fire matches of the week. It was
Yeah.
dope. It was fun. Evolve was oddly fun, and I liked the 3 matches, hour in and out. It was very nice. On the big level, um, mm, triple threat tag team match, pretty deadly. The Motor City Machine Guns and Angel Garza and God damn it, why can't I remember his name right now? You know what I'm talking
Humberto?
about? Yeah.
Humberto.
That fucking shit was fire. And then Pretty Deadly picking up the victory.
Not expected.
I was not expecting that. So that was pretty dope. My coldest, Jericho.
I mean,
Well, he's on the pre-show, so at least he's not on the main card. He's fighting somebody in a mask.
that's crazy. This is crazy.
Absolutely.
Yo, there's so many of those luchadors. It's
Defending
one
a
of them.
title. And then, yeah, I think my hottest. Bianca and Naomi.
Mm.
That segment was fucking fire. They deserve an Academy Award, an Oscar, and whatever else award you can get for TV and shit, because that got me in my feels. Oh, by the way, Bianca Belair is an ungrateful bitch. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I feel it really long. All right, Twitch, what you got?
My match of the week, I agree with Damien. That triple threat tag match was fucking fire. Shout out to Pretty Deadly picking up the win. Highly unexpected. Uh, Hottest, give me Jacob Fatu again, man. The way he got chucked off there, through them tables, and just got back up. Like, what, bitch?
I know.
You ain't shit.
That was good.
Forgot about that till you just said it. I
That was
like walked away. Like I saw that and I saw him get up. I was like, I'm done.
Yep.
Done.
My coldest is Pat McAfee. You need to put some respect on Kofi and Xavier's name. Out here calling them a bunch of bums.
You know what? I ain't even mad.
You need to put some respect on their name, sir.
Yeah, you
Right.
do.
Right. Okay, so my coldest wrestler of the week is going to be man, it's tough for me. But I'm gonna have to also go from that triple threat match. So Angel and Humberto are definitely my coldest wrestlers because listen, man, like I don't care that they're in the title picture. They ain't winning shit.
No, they haven't won.
They really
They've
ain't.
been the most losing team out of the 5, right?
Yeah. They just keep getting beat, but yet somehow they're like, yeah, they're right there in the title picture. Okay, cool. No, I don't believe it.
I hope they break
Uh
up. I saw the seeds being sown with Andrade in the back
yeah.
with Humberto. Yeah, I hope that comes to fruition.
I'm gonna go with my hottest wrestler of the week is going to be Io Sky, which will
Yeah.
also lead me to my match of the week, which will be Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley.
That was a really good
Bro.
fucking match.
Yeah, the
That was
women are
fire.
tearing it down. Like I don't like
The match on Evolve was the shit. The opening match
yeah.
on Evolve.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like we don't give enough. We like I don't want to say we as in like we because
Yeah,
we give our love, but there's just not enough love given to the women wrestling, man. Like it is crazy to see that. Like, oh man, like we're out here trying to like put over these women and their great matches they're having, and man, it just seems like every time I turn around, there's just nothing. They're just like, man, well, did you see what happened with like no disrespect, right? But did you see what happened with Jacob Fatu? Like he did this crazy thing, but like yo, Rhea Ripley lost her title on Raw.
the promo that she cut in the back,
Yeah,
that was also really fucking good.
facts. So
Like it added depth to her character.
exactly, and
Women are
then yeah, man, like I think like the women's wrestling right now has gotten like the most attention that it's had in years, and I'm very grateful for it because like we'll talk about it too when we're talking about the build up to some of these championship matches for WWE because that's one of the topics that we'll talk about tonight. But it's just cool to see that like Bianca is getting her, they're getting their spotlight story, and it's not even like revolving around the title, right? I mean, it is right with Bianca going for the title, but like Jade and Naomi is not. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's just gonna be a blood feud that we're gonna get, and it's good that it's a blood feud that came based off of friendship that turned into a jealousy versus like and things will kind of evolve off of that, and we'll keep growing that women's division. But it's not focused around the championship. It's just two women who right now like they don't like each other because they both want to be friends with Bianca and be the top friend, while Bianca's trying to go take care of business and win this championship at WrestleMania. So there's a lot of good stuff happening with it. I'm happy for it right now. But let's jump into these comments real quick. So we got Mr. Golden. What's up? He says, gentlemen. Comedically, yeah, we left that purposely. The dusty finish with an actual dust. Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
Salt in the eye. I mean, he could have got hit with a fish. I mean, if that what you wanted.
I mean,
Threw some water and turned it into wine as it was going into his face.
Right, that's how I got the win. Hello. I am up from my old man's nap. Nice. What's up,
I can
fellas?
use that right now.
Evening, fellas.
Dude,
Motor City Machine Guns as coldest. I mean,
they did lose.
also, you guys want to go ahead, crack a
fair.
beer or 5. Enjoy your drinks. I'm not gonna say why. Really, you lose to Pretty Deadly.
Hey, Deadly is dope.
Deadly's coming
Right.
around.
Dude, they were good in NXT UK
Nope.
and NXT.
There you go.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Evolve was pretty good. I enjoyed their debuts as well as the women killed it, and so did the men. That Keanu fella was very impressive.
Yeah,
That
he was. He was
everybody.
scary.
I'm trying to like, yo, I love seeing everything kind of play out, and I like the idea that WWE Evolve is going to be right under uh WWE, like NXT. So
Yeah,
I like the idea that we go
the
Evolve,
developmental got a developmental.
right, right,
Right.
100%. Uh, that segment went on way too long. I don't think so. I
I
think
don't think so. It was
yeah,
perfect.
I thought it was perfect. Bianca and Naomi was fire. I was definitely invested in the 8. They did. And I think that's the thing though, is that like even if that segment felt like it went long, it was because like if you look at it in like a real life friendship, right? Like you're trying to get the real answer
Right.
and you're not getting the answer. So you know, your friends are trying to avoid the question. You're like, no, shut the fuck up and just answer the goddamn question. Did you do this? And then, you know, finally she got it out. So, you know, I was like, damn, that's crazy. And then when she popped off, it was like, you ungrateful bitch. You know, it was like, oh, he said it with her whole chest. Like,
Yeah, she did. She said
he
it
took,
like she was standing on business.
like, yeah,
He took a deep ass breath for that one.
uh, clip this and send it to Tess. Sorry, Damien, your days are
Hold
numbered.
on, hold on, hold on. Send it to, what did I say?
Oh,
About
that
how
Bianca Belair ain't shit.
that Bianca
Oh,
Belair was ungrateful.
man, he can come and get the smoke too if he wants it.
I mean, that's what he wants, though. That's what he talks
Yeah.
about, right?
All right. Well,
All the
guess what?
smoke.
All
If
the
he
smoke.
wants it, all right, then guess what? Come fucking get
We,
it,
we say
Montez.
we
I'm in
want the
Utah.
smoke
I'm not hard to find. The only black guy here.
in Utah, in
Come get it.
Utah. Um,
Come get it.
all right, that would make him dumbass, not coldest. Here we go. My coldest of the week and no nomination for dumbass of the week is Carmella for that stupid ass
I forgot
pick me
about that.
ass
Bro.
podcast interview. I love her, but not nah. She pissed me off. Yeah, no. So we're gonna chat about that. We're gonna chat about that in a second. Hold on a second.
God damn.
Not a fan because we have a lot to go through. Swipe right is the hottest. That's crazy because like I've been telling y'all about swipe
Bro.
right for a while.
Bro.
So to see them finally explode, I'm like, yeah, we on point with it now. Laugh my motherfucking ass off. Hey, did you enjoy watching Damien try to control your controls last week?
Oh my god.
That was so much. I was
That
having
was
too much fun.
horrible.
I was having way too much fun too. It was great.
That's a whole ass Marine. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
and guess what? I got a whole ass gun or an ass whooping for him too. So fuck that fool. He can come
Wow.
get it if he wants it.
Hey now. Hey.
This man said he's
Yup.
going over real dirty.
Exactly.
Thank God we have a disclaimer.
Look,
Oh yeah, I
look,
forgot about that. We got to put that up real quick.
look. All I got to do is shoot him in the kneecap.
Why
I'm
is
good.
nope? I'm
He's gonna be a
see,
backstage
now
producer when I'm done
thank
with him.
you for making us all accessories.
Accessory to the crime. They're gonna, if something ever happened, they're gonna pull back this feed. They're gonna be like,
Right?
you said this. Yeah, but I said it in character. Was it though? It's like,
What? Yeah, right.
what was that one dude? The one dude that got the one dude that went to, he was in court and they used his lyrics as
Yeah, he did.
evidence.
What the hell was it? I can't remember who it was, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that was
Well,
that.
like I said, I mean, if he wants it, come get it. I ain't hard to find.
And I'm not even worried about it. You said he's a whole ass Marine, Chaz. That's fine. All I got to do is throw Santa at the wall and tell him to hit the beach, bro. That's all
Oh,
I need.
here comes the Air Force.
That's right. That's right. I'm not worried. All I got to do is I just got to have a box with a stick and then just put some crayons into the box and then
Oh
pull the
man,
stick. Yo,
here we go.
you ever see Family Guy when they trap James Woods? That's exactly what it is. Ooh,
As a
piece
matter
of
of fact,
crayon.
Taz might want to bring Dawkins with him because he's gonna need the help.
Ooh, piece
Oh,
of
here
crayon.
we go.
I'll take the whole team out. Don't play with me.
Let's jump into our
You
first.
ain't intimidating anybody. Calm down over there, sir.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
ain't
you say that now. I want them to not be intimidated, so I'm gonna fuck them up.
You are as intimidating as a box of kittens.
Ah,
That's the surprise, though.
Yeah,
That's a
you're a box of
surprise.
kittens. It's
Yep,
like rare.
that's a surprise. Fuck you up like I'm a whole bear.
All right, let's jump into this first debate topic. All right, so WrestleMania season is upon us. We are on the road, and we are about 7 weeks away. I think that's what you said, Damien. Right?
Yeah, about 7 weeks.
Seven weeks. Um, so the one thing that I'm kind of having issues with too, and I kind of brought it up with Chaz, and originally this topic was going to be about the build with Jey and Gunther, right? But we got to talk about it. Charlotte and Tiff also having the same kind of things. Tag team championships not really having any kind of build right now. The Intercontinental not having any kind of build. We just had LA Knight win the US championship. So we pull it up here with the WrestleMania championship matches. Has the build been kind of lackluster? Uh, Twitch, I'm gonna let you go first, and then Damon, and I can wrap up.
Yes, I feel not. Yes, it's been lackluster. I feel like the build for Jay and Gunther is is going, but I feel like it's not progressing as much as some people would like it to. As far as the rest of WrestleMania, like Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair, okay, that's been slow building, but I, we're still 7 weeks away. There's a it's a 2 night show that they have to fill, so things are gonna take time. But I feel like certain matches might be going too slow for a build, especially when you're looking at like you said this was going to be about Jay and Gunther. That's been a really slow build.
Yeah, I kind of.
Cody Cody and John Cena, like, this is your retirement tour and I expected you to be here longer, and here it is, we got to wait what 2 more weeks before you show up
No,
on Raw?
I think it's next week.
Okay, so another week. uh I feel like they either need to speed it up or give some of these matches like Charlotte and Tiffany more time to shine. Like, give them more time on Raw, give them more time on SmackDown, whatever it needs to be. Uh as far as the rest of, like I said, you got a two night show. As far as the rest of the card goes, you might want to start putting some matches together here soon, because this is starting to look like a pretty boring WrestleMania.
I guess we kind of figured that all like the title matches we know are all going to be showcased at WrestleMania, but there needs to be some matches that aren't going to have any kind of like title implications put into place.
I think there'll be several.
Well, go ahead, Damien. Talk to us.
Um, I disagree. I think the build's been fine. Um, it takes time, like you said, Twitch. Like the Gunther and Jay, that was what, like, when he won, that was like 60 some fucking days away from WrestleMania. They're looking at like 2 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, like, if you do too much too soon, then you'd have nothing to really do for the go home. And like the last couple of weeks leading up to it, like, I'm liking the pacing. I'm liking the pacing of everything. Charlotte just finally attacked Tiffany
Yeah.
on SmackDown. Um, Now the mid card titles have not been built yet, and the
right.
tag titles. I will agree that, and something needs to happen.
I
But you got something rumbling with Drew and Damian Priest. You got Punk, Seth. You got Punk, Seth, and possibly Roman. The shit with Jacob and Solo, that's slowly starting to break apart. Like, there's like little things that are going on every week that are kind of leading to different shit, and I like that they're taking their time. So I'm appreciating it.
But my problem is, and this is where I'm gonna like disagree with you, Damien, and Twitch and I are kind of on the same page. If you look at Lyra Valkyria, like what is she doing with the women's intercontinental title? Like, there's no build for it right now. There's nothing set up, like nothing in the works.
Chelsea Green in the U.S. title.
Yeah, Chelsea Green in the U.S. title. I mean, if we're building towards a Michin versus Chelsea Green match at WrestleMania. I mean, regardless, I'm here for it. Like, I know that match is gonna be fire, but like, okay, like let's start putting those pieces together, or like having Michin get a few more wins before she gets back at Chelsea Green at WrestleMania, right? We look at the Intercontinental Championship. What's happening with that, right? U.S. Championship just switched over to LA Knight. Tag championships haven't really been announced. There's no for Raw or SmackDown. We don't have a women's championship, women's tag team championship, right? We have all these titles that are out here that are not being defended. But then we're going to put some time with Solo and Jacob because we know that that's probably going to be a match that we'll get at WrestleMania. But then like, Chaz kind of said it too, and if you in the comments too, is like we've had 4 weeks of like the same beatdown segments with Jay, right?
Yeah, we have.
So it's just kind of like we're just kind of like just chopping our feet to kind of get it. But your championship match, like that should be the turner, right? Like I get it. Like this last Raw, Rhea and Io tore down the house as the main event, but like Jay and Gunther, like it just they open up the show and it just felt like just another kind of like throwaway thing. Like all right, so here's his match with Otis, and then what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just to me, it's kind of meh right now, and I need to have some more steam behind it. Like, we are literally a month and 10 days away from
Yeah.
WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
I
So
need you to give me something to care about.
yeah,
Like, because right now, the only match I'm truly invested in, and I'm not even invested in it, is Gunther and Jay. Only because we've been riding this hype train of Jey Uso for so long. And going back to what you were saying, Cliff, about like Chelsea Green and Meechin, if we're building towards that at WrestleMania, I need them to stop facing each other every week
yeah,
because I'm not going to care come WrestleMania. Okay, I'm sorry I scared you.
That was a sneeze.
Uh,
Yeah.
I just I agree with you, Damien, about the pace, but I disagree because, like I just said, if you're not giving me something to be invested in these matches, Solo versus Jacob, they haven't even announced that yet.
They're not going to. They're still going through the paces of. They're
I
still
need you.
together.
I get that, but I need that to either speed up or don't do it because by the time you decide to do it and announce it, I'm not going to care about it
I
because I'm
say
gonna.
within the. I think in the at the 4 week mark, that's when shit's gonna start to pick up.
I,
Like if I'm being
most
serious,
likely,
because it makes
because
sense. Now
this,
you got 4 weeks to build multiple shit, or it's probably gonna maybe start building while they're overseas too. Like
but is 4 weeks enough time
yeah,
for WrestleMania?
yeah, I think so. Like they Nick Aldis kind of set up a tag team situation already with Pretty Deadly getting a title shot after Street Profits, and if all both matches go to shit, we're getting a Fatal 5 Way because he did it on the board. Like this is like little things
The
if you pay
chalkboard of
attention
doom.
and like the backstage segments and shit like that. It's just a really fucking snail slow build. I
yeah,
don't mind it.
I, I,
It
I
just
mean,
that, but that's just me.
I do understand a slow build. I do understand that you want to kind of get the right pacing, but like when you came off a Royal Rumble, like it was just straight fire. And then we had this big ass John Cena heel turn, which we'll also talk about here in a second. Well, in the next segment. Uh, we had the John Cena heel turn, and it was like more fire was like building, and then it just went to like it feels like we're in a Lamborghini and we're hitting every other curve that we can. Like we have all this horsepower and we just like slam on the brakes to make like a slow right turn, and then we hit the gas and we make another slow right turn, and right now we're in the U-turn of just the hairpin of just like we're going to take the car nice and slow around the corner. Yeah.
This
we
week
looking like we
was
looking like Tozawa right now, like you.
Oh man,
No, just a little
oh,
dance, that's all.
oh
That's it. That's what we looking like right now.
damn, that was
Yo,
my
all right, let me get you guys the final thoughts on everything really quick.
again. Like I said, I stand by what I said. I like the slow build. I'm okay with it. I'm entertained every week. Like Yeah, it is going slow. I can agree with that. And like this week was way slower than the previous weeks. So I think they're getting ready to go overseas next week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they're
So I don't know. Maybe that was just one of those like Triple H said, you can't have all the shows up here. Like you gotta, it's like it's a roller coaster ride. So
I agree.
some weeks are going to be a little lackluster. It just is what it is.
I agree. Some weeks are going to be a little bit lackluster, but at the same time, uh, some of these matches need to be some of the details in the matches need to be sped up a little.
yeah, we just need a little bit more like breadcrumbs to go along with it.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
get it. I get it.
All right. Let me hop into these comments real quick. All right. So no, it has to be Travis. Legit hurt Cody, dumbass of the week.
I keep hearing
Um,
conflicting shit about that.
even if he okay, so listen, even if he did, right? I'm pretty sure that there was some kind of communication between Cody being on the ground and The Rock and Travis, where like Cody was like, "Yo, give me a shot." Travis looked at Rock. Rock said, "Make it count," and then Travis hit him. And
Oh, he made it count.
he open hand slapped him, and you can clearly see like in the video, like he hit him like the
Yeah,
palm in the eardrum, and yeah, it is what it is. I mean, not even like I'm not even mad at Travis Scott. I'm just like it is what it is, and it's been so crazy to see like the reactions of like if this was the '80s, he wouldn't have even made it out. Like shut up, shut your bitch ass up, and then be like,
it's not even that. There's one person I forgot that just reminded me that's definitely going for dumbass of the fucking week.
was that Bubba and saying that
Yup,
he would have a shattered jaw.
See, that was my nomination for Dumbass of the Week.
fucking idiot.
Well, hold on. We'll get to that segment here right after we get done with these comments. Watch it. The problem is if Charlotte wins again, I mean,
She's going to
she's going to. There can only be one dominant blonde.
right.
That's why. Owens versus Orton retirement match. I don't think
That's
we're gonna get
I
that
don't
one.
think a retirement match, but we're definitely probably gonna get that
Definitely
match.
see that happening. Um, Roman Cody versus Rock and Cena. I think
Yeah,
that happens after WrestleMania.
I'm okay. I don't need to see it.
I mean, it is what it is. Y'all had here's that y'all. We've had 4 weeks of the same beatdown segments.
We,
Well, Chaz, I know you're on the socials. Go ahead and hop on and argue your point. Psych.
come on,
Uh,
drunkie.
need need Piper face turn and then versus Chelsea. So I do want to see a Piper face turn, uh, but not right now because
Oh
I
no,
want to
the
see
way that it's setting up right
yeah,
now, they got Elba Fire and Piper.
Piper.
Dude,
We,
I am all about that.
if I could get like I don't know, man. I want a whole like Secret Service of like non-US people. Like that's what I want
I
behind
wouldn't be
Chelsea.
mad at it.
I'm here for it.
I would not be mad at it.
You know who I want as
No.
my shock value? Let me get Rhea Ripley in like that. Like the head of the Secret Service. You know? You can shake it off all you want, man, but that would be like the
I
oh,
wouldn't be mad at it. I
that's
was
the
thinking,
muscle.
like, I don't know. I was thinking, like, I don't know, like more of a higher position than Secret Service.
I mean, I think head of Secret Service. That would be crazy. I just want to see it just for like 2-3 weeks, and then have her turn, and then she runs after the U.S. title. I
I
want to see.
wouldn't be mad at it.
Let's go Balor versus Dom or JD. Um,
That's gonna eventually happen, but I don't know if
yeah,
it'll happen at
it's
WrestleMania.
not Mania. I think
No.
that's a post Mania match.
Yeah,
No, keep pipes with Chelsea. She's still cooking their comedically gold together. uh, LA Knight versus Jacob. Nah, Jacob versus Solo.
I don't want to see that either.
Come on, Jacob
Not at
versus Solo.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, LA Knight versus Jacob at SummerSlam if we can get it for the title. I
I
think
wouldn't be mad at that.
yeah.
No.
When are they gonna stop teasing this Finn and Dom and let them fight? I think WrestleMania. I think WrestleMania is gonna be that match. I think that's gonna happen. Uh he shouldn't have been there. Why? Why not? I mean, you can go ahead and type your stuff in there.
I mean,
Uh,
he's being talked about.
yeah, Bully Ray Q Chaz to read him read him again, right? Oh yeah, for Orton. I got you. Um Karma, yeah, Karma would have been a great choice if she's not officially retired
Wasn't
now.
retired.
Yeah, bring back Karma for that. That's not bad. Uh I'm giving you a great WrestleMania card and y'all want to wait till after. Well, I can't wait till we get into this third debate. All right, we're gonna jump into the best segment, our favorite segment of everything that's always popping off on the Three Count Podcast. You guys know what it is.
It's Damien's Dumb Ass of the Week.
Well, we already know who the number one draft pick for Dumbass of the Week is, and that's poor Tony.
Bubba Ray. Oh,
No, poor Tony. Tony Khan for sure. Uh, Bubba Ray, yes. For
Yeah.
not even just for the comment that he made, but for what he's gonna do on LFG tonight.
Oh yeah, I saw. I saw
yeah,
that.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Can we replace him with Mickey James?
I wish they would have done that instead, and kept Mickey and got rid of Bubba. Because
Yeah,
like he would have been my last choice regardless if I had to pick one. He'd be the last person I choose, and I think I'd be butthurt if I got him. Uh, Somebody else did something stupid.
No, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna wait until we get to that nomination part, so you can keep going about it.
Just who that? Oh yeah, we were just talking about her, weren't we?
Yeah, Leah Vandale. That's her name. Let's go with Leah. Everybody else knows her as Carmella, but yeah, we'll go with Leah.
I got fired because I had a baby.
Yep,
get
Really?
the fuck out of here.
I'm
yep,
being dead ass. She legitly said that.
Oh, I know she did.
Like, yo, really?
yep,
There's several people that have had them and come back.
yep.
That is, and I feel like there's somebody else that did something.
No, I just still kind of tripped out because it's like Becky, Alexa Bliss. Well, shit, was it Riley Quinn? I mean,
Yeah,
that's not her. That's not her name. Riley Kincaid.
Yeah,
She just came back too. Like they all came back. At the end of the day, what I think it is for me when it comes down to Carmella, it's value, right? I'm not saying that Carmella isn't a valuable asset to WWE, but she's not as valuable as a Becky Lynch or as Alexa Bliss, right? Like you're just not. Like I'm sorry. Like as I established earlier on the show, there can only be one blonde dominant, one
yeah.
dominant blonde, and that is clearly Charlotte. Like, unfortunately, like you're just not on that page. Now, you are an excellent talent, and you came a long ways from where you were when you were with Enzo and Cass back on NXT. But at the end of the day, man, like you're still kind of you're at the lower middle of the pack. Like
Here,
you
I'll say it. Shut up and go sit on the sidelines with your bum ass husband.
damn. All righty. Well, he said how he was feeling. I think that's it. I mean, the IWC has been stupid, and they should always be on there regardless.
Hey, actually, yeah. And Chaz, when you put this together, I want it Tony, I want Bubba, Carmella, I want the IWC because the IWC's response to what Carmella said was fucking trash. By the way, let me put that out there. Like y'all telling Carmella that she needs to die, like y'all need to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that was
You-
that was
you-
like she was just feeling. The thing is, yes, it was dumb of her to say this
But
stuff.
that's just feeling.
However, though, that's how she felt. That's what she was
Yeah,
feeling. Like that's how she felt about the situation. She was being honest. Was it dumb? Yes, but
that's her truth.
a lot of fuck like seriously, like anybody out there that is telling somebody to hurt themselves or they don't deserve to live because of their comments on social media need to be drugged out to the middle of the fucking street and fucking shot.
It is crazy that
And I said it.
y'all so bold to hide around behind these fake ass names and these fake ass pictures, not even putting yourself out there, right?
Exactly, because you
Just
said this.
faking everything, and you so bold. Like I don't like him, right? But I will tell Aubrey Graham to his face when I see him, bro. Like I like you with the melodies. I don't like you when you act tough. But I will say this: a lot of you have Twitter fingers, man. None of you got these real trigger fingers, and y'all calling her out to say that she needs to die is crazy to me. Like, just blasphemy. That's wild. So y'all
Man.
need to y'all should be winning this dumbass of the week, but yeah, we'll let y'all choose because you know the IWC for some reason we value that part. I'm gonna jump back in real quick. So we have being talked about was so I show speed talking about
Oh,
Travis
that
Knight.
spear. Woo!
That spear, and people still talk about that spear, man. That's
Yeah, they do.
wow. uh Mr. Golden was on y'all ass this week.
Yeah, he is.
We already had the Bubba Ray meltdown last week. Facts.
Yeah, but he's still doing stupid shit. Yes, we
uh
know it's fucking scripted, but it's still fucking stupid.
Still Mela is
Because Bubba
Moran.
Ray is really an asshole.
He really is he really is an asshole for saying that, he's like I would break his jaw. Like, bro, shut up, man. Like I mean, listen, we all have our opinions and shit like that. We all gonna talk about it, but god damn, bro, like you said, man, he needs to have his jaw broken and then put back together. It's like that's crazy, bro. I would that's not cool. Yeah, May Young came back after the hand. That's what I'm saying. See, Mr.
There you
Golden
go.
gets it. Uh yeah, but I don't think any of them are real blondes. Well, Carmelo was not. And
No,
I don't and
He's
we
definitely
definitely yeah. So tis what tis. But even when Ronda was on the show, like Ronda was at WrestleMania, right? Ronda was doing her thing. Like Flair was like, "Nah, I'm the best." uh, I knew that was coming from Twitch.
not.
glad
uh,
I didn't disappoint.
it's always the IWC, always the IWC. Yeah, do it in person instead. Die, Rocky, die. I know y'all know that. And I love y'all know that.
Yeah, we do.
Um, Bully Ray can't fight.
I mean, he ain't wrong. He's
Bully
just a
Ray
big
fights as
ass
well as
fool
you
with a
hold
big
your
ass
liquor.
mouth.
He's the Gordon Ramsay of the show. Hey, y'all know that Gordon Ramsay was at was in Fredericksburg, Maryland,
Yeah,
doing Hell's Kitchen.
yeah.
That's not good.
That's what I
No,
said. Chris Idol told me. I was on the phone with him earlier. He was like, Gordon Ramsay's in Havity Grace. I was like, he's probably doing Kitchen Nightmare, and it's probably a fucking nightmare.
This is probably a nightmare. Yeah, probably. All right, let's jump into the second debate topic. This is pretty the one that I don't know. I don't know, man. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Which heel turn is better, John Cena or Hulk Hogan? All right,
Ooh.
but before we jump into this, right? I want to caveat this, okay? Because all of us will just go right into it and say it's always fuck Hulk Hogan, right? It's always on that.
It is.
But I want to take this in the context of like, hey man, how did both of these make you feel? Like, let's go with that because we could just be like John Cena because fuck Hulk Hogan.
we could. We could.
We could,
Totally fucking could.
but yeah. So, all right, Damien, I'm gonna let you. Let's get you start this off.
All right. So watching that pay per view and like it was it was different. It was a different time. There was trash being thrown at him while he's sitting there cutting a promo. It was one of those where, like, Hulk Hogan was already getting booed, like legit go the fuck away booed around that time. So like, it was one of those where it pissed people off in the moment, and then they started to become cool. So people were angry when Hulk Hogan turned heel. John Cena's heel turn made people cry. Grown ups and children, men and women. And then he also, well, didn't he break a Guinness World Record for being faced like for that amount of time and
I
turning
think
heel?
so. Yeah.
Um, so it was two different times. I was shocked by both and pleased by both because, you know, I always root for the bad guy. I think I was a little too happy for John Cena's heel turn though.
Really?
Um,
I couldn't have told from y'all's reactions on the live stream. Like, I don't watch along. All y'all.
I know my wife too.
No, 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 no. You don't bring her into this, okay? Because her actions showed way different from y'all. Because she was like this, like she was like, you on the other hand, I knew it, I knew it. And then you had Twitch over here as the fucking wild man meme, like I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not
Oh no,
trying to
because you don't understand.
I waited 2 weeks to call y'all motherfuckers out for
I
this.
enjoyed it way too. It was one of those situations where I think it was like shock in the moment to the point where it was like I had nothing to say, but like I was happy.
Right.
Like like I felt like what that meme with Darth Sidious going yes. So like so I guess for me who because like I literally saw both of these fucking like on television live. Ah,
I'm pretty
I'm
sure all three of us did. That's why it's so funny because if Chaz was here, Chaz would have been like John Cena because I didn't really wasn't there when Hogan turned, but I just remember like watching it back and just knowing it was gonna happen. But for like us, we all watched it live, like we saw it happen.
didn't see it coming, of course,
Right,
No.
but it was one of those where it was like when it happened, it was like thank God. Like for me, it was like yes, please. So like I like both situations, I was very elated, and I probably shouldn't have been. However, I'm gonna go with John Cena,
okay.
and that's just because I felt like after Hogan turned heel, instead of trying to cut a promo, they should have just posed and walked off as everybody was throwing trash at him. I think he should have waited until Nitro, like to cut his promo.
Right,
Like you could barely hear it.
right. I mean, he was getting booed out the building.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So like yeah, there was like a lot of heat for his heel turn, but again, John Cena's heel turn made children cry. Hogan's heel turn did not make anybody cry.
I don't know about all
I
that.
mean, yeah, you
I
don't
don't know.
really know that though.
Yeah, because social media wasn't a thing.
And
Like,
Well, true, but what
yeah.
kids were crying? I mean,
I will be okay. Let me be fair with you. Let me be fair with you. I'm gonna put this out there. Okay, I was one. I was one of them
you
kids.
were sad when
I
Hulk
was sad.
Hogan.
You mean to tell me that the great immortal Hulk Hogan, right? The guy that told me to say my prayers and eat my vitamins and to be a good person and the dude like that did no wrong. I just watched him in Three Ninjas Kickback, right? Like I saw him like in all these great movies that I thought were great at the time that really weren't that great as they're supposed to be. Commando, right? Mr. Nanny. Like I seen him in all these movies, right? And I'm over here watching Hulk Hogan do his thing. And then this man walks out, and my favorite wrestler is laying there on the ground holding his neck. And this man just says, fuck him, and drops a leg drop on him. I was like this. I was Eve. I was like, what just happened?
How old were you when that happened?
What was that, 96?
Yeah,
11.
I was 16.
See
That's
what I
why.
mean?
See, that's why.
No, you were too busy thinking
I
about,
was
man,
at
I'm about
that
to get
point
this
where I
nut
was
real
sick.
quick.
Well, I'm just saying, I was at that point where I was sick of Hogan.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm
But
like,
you
I
but
was
you asked the
15.
question, like, what kid? What kid? I
Oh
mean, I was a
well, I
preteen.
get. All right. Well,
I mean, I'm answering the
I'm
question,
sorry that
Chaz.
you cried for Hogan turning. I guess you might be the one out of the millions of people that have seen it. Um,
Don't do that.
there
Don't do
weren't
that.
that many. Well, I mean, there weren't that many. There weren't that many children that went to WCW shows
John,
for the
listen.
longest time until
Listen,
like a little
Hulk
bit
Hogan
after that.
told me as a kid, "Hey, listen, take your vitamins, say your prayers." And he's like, "And all those kids that I told them to take their vitamins and say their prayers, you can stick it." And I didn't know what that meant, but that hurt. That hurt a lot.
Oh shit! Oh god!
And then he came
Oh,
back out on Monday Nitro and said it again, like to Mean Gene. He was like, "Mean Gene, I said what I meant, and those kids, they can stick it." And then he got booed, and I was like, "I don't know what that means." Still, like this is a day later. I'm still confused. Go on Twitch.
So
Oh, I didn't get my answer. Just talking about it. I'm still gonna say John Cena
this
though
is
because it was just so crazy.
it was.
this is a case of different eras.
Yeah,
Yep.
You're comparing an era that wasn't controlled by social media or the internet wrestling culture or or any of that. None of that was the mainstream media wasn't covering professional wrestling at that time and point.
right.
Not like
And you're,
that.
yeah, social media controls it is a big thing with wrestling nowadays. Wrestling is also a little bit more mainstream than it was back then. So, of course, you're going to see John Cena's heel turn everywhere, no matter where you look. Uh, More impactful, Hogan. More out of the blue, Cena.
See, I don't know. I don't know if impact wise, I do understand the foundations that shook right when
When Hogan
Hogan
turned heel.
turned. But with John Cena, bro, 20 years. Like, I'll be honest, man. If I was on the live stream, y'all would see my reaction. I turned into Channing Tatum on Jump Street 22 when he
Oh,
first jumped.
God.
That meme was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, I didn't even know John
His
Cena was.
daughter!
I just didn't even know that John Cena was an option to
I didn't
turn.
either. I took him off my card for
Yeah,
like
Uh,
I was
I
like,
was
oh, so
like,
I guess Cody's gonna accept it because my
yeah, I
original
was
thought
like,
was
it's
that
Cody, it's Punk, right?
yeah,
Like
like
that
whoever
might have
won the
been.
chamber was probably gonna turn if Cody wasn't going to say yes. And then Cena won, I was like, oh, well, this is gonna be awkward. And then it happened, and I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was an option.
I, I think because social media being such a big thing and it being played on the news, on ESPN, on no matter where you turn and look, I think Cena's heel turn will go down as better. But what we got from Hogan's heel turn, I think will go down in history.
I'm gonna be honest though, like keep it a buck 50. What did we get with Hogan's heel turn? Like, I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be that guy. Like,
I know you're not, but
yeah.
probably one of the greatest fucking heel factions of all time. We got the NWO out of it. Do you
But the
think they?
outsiders were already cool. Like, they
I
were already that dude. Those dudes. They
I
didn't
get
need
that now,
Hogan.
but do you think the NWO would have worked with Sting, who was supposed to be the original guy?
No,
I
No,
I
don't.
don't. I don't.
and they
But
did. But the thing is,
honestly,
did they really need a third guy at that point?
yeah, that's my
Yes.
point. I don't know if they needed Hogan. To be fair,
They
like
could have waited. They
Paul
could have waited
Nash,
for.
no.
They could have waited for Six to show up, and that could have turned out just as good.
I don't know about. I don't
I
know. I
don't
don't
know
know.
about that one. I think
I
that's a bit
think
of a reach, but
I think what and not that I would play this out there, right?
I
I
was
think
enjoying his match.
Hogan was getting his going away heat, and I think he just kind of like jumped on this opportunity because like when I look at it, right? I mean, I think about guys who could have been that dude that would have been associated. I mean, I'm looking at obviously I'm looking at Hall, Nash, right? Because those two were just the leaders. The outside, they were the dudes, but at that time that I'm seeing, like Flair could have also been like that guy too. He would have fit in with NWO, and we wouldn't have even talked about Hogan with it. Macho Man, like Macho Man
Macho
was
Man, I'll
charismatic.
give you Flair. I don't think would have fit in with it.
He may have been an awkward man, but I'm just saying that Macho Man would have definitely also fit
Macho
in
Man
with.
would have been. I would have get yeah.
And I think the reason why, and I get the reason why with Hogan is because he was
The star
he
power
was
that
a
you
star.
get with
Yeah.
Hogan.
Yeah, and I do understand that, and I do get it, but I think the way it impacted listen, like, I have friends who don't even know wrestling, period. They don't watch. They know that John Cena turned heel, and they know that term, which is even crazier to me. They're like, "Yeah, he's a heel now." I was like, "Do you even know what that means?"
That's so blown. It's so mind blowing that I turned on ESPN and here's fucking Charles Barkley saying John Cena turned heel. Like, wh- when? When did
Yeah.
this become a thing?
When did
I
this
don't
become a
know.
word? And then like, I'm getting in the car on the Monday morning and they're talking about this father daughter. They were doing this like this happy news story about this dad who like he had cancer and like he was fighting off cancer and his daughter wanted to have a dance and no, I'm sorry, the daughter had cancer. She was beating cancer, and then the father, she couldn't make it to the high school, like their dance, the daddy daughter dance, and so they brought it to her at the hospital. And the guy was like, and then he grabbed his daughter, he gave her a hug, and then he looked at the camera, and then he turned heel on the daughter, and I was like, what is going on right now? then they played the John Cena theme song right after, and I was like, oh my god, like this is a radio station that never talks about wrestling. That here they are talking about John Cena, like just you know kicking Cody in the dick, like it was wild to me. It's still wild to me. But yeah, I think Cena's. And I don't want to say because of recency bias, right? But I think John Cena, man, 20 years of like wanting this man to finally turn heel, and here's his final run, and it was almost equivalent. And it's more equivalent than when Mark Henry did it. Remember, because Mark Henry was like, "I'm doing a
Yeah,
retirement." We all got behind him. Then John Cena got
Yeah.
his ass kicked. But here's John Cena, like he's like, "Hey, this is the last time, and I'm the good guy. And if you want some, come get some, because the last time is now." And we're like, "We're gonna cheer him the whole way, yeah, John." And then he turns heel, and we're like, "Whoa,
What did we do?
what are we doing?" We wanted to cheer this man away. Now we're booing him every time he's like even mentioned on like.
there he
Promo.
is.
So I don't know, man. I have to.
Next Monday will be the tell on how well this works.
Yeah, it will be. All right, let's go into back into it. Wrestling is raw. Hey, do Cafe Han a few years ago. Bobby Heenan kind of ruined it, unfortunately. I mean, with that line when he did say it too, he was like, "What team is he on?" I do understand. I do
Yeah,
understand. I do understand.
kind of did.
Uh, I was just about to say, "F that man." You're 100% right. I'll say Larry Zabisco turning on Bruno. You know what's interesting? We didn't even talk about this, and I should bring it up. WWE announced their top 30 heel turns, right? Um, and I'm gonna read it off, right? Because John Cena is number one, Hogan is number two, Seth Rollins turning on the Shield is number three, Sean turning on Marty Jannetty is four, and then Dominic turning on Ray is five.
Huh.
And then I'll round it out, whatever. Kofi and Xavier turning on Big E, Becky Lynch turning on Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam, Jimmy turning on Jay, Nikki turning on Brie, and then Triple H attacks Bryan, leading to Randy Orton cashing in Money in the Bank at SummerSlam is 10. But there's some notable heel turns that are missed on here, and one of them that Twitch and I were talking about was uh, when KO turned on Jericho is not on this list at
Oh,
all. On the top 30, it's not on here.
But Trish turning on Jericho is.
Lita betraying Kane and to join Edge is on this list.
Get the fuck out of here with this
44.
dumbass list.
well, then is Chris Jericho on there at all?
No, and that was the thing. That was
You
the
know
thing that I
why?
was thinking about.
You know why?
Yeah,
You know
100%. 100%. I know why.
He is on that list though.
Is he on the list? Oh yeah, he is. Trish turns
turning
on.
on Jericho.
Yeah, Trish turning on Chris Jericho. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but he didn't turn or anything. Well,
nah, but it's
weird
trash.
though.
Nice try to
That-
smear
that
his name.
should-
Nice
That
try to smear
actually,
his
no,
name,
but
Big
you're
E.
right. The
It
Kevin
failed.
Owens Jericho, like Kevin Owens turn on Jericho was so much better than the other one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That wasn't.
Well, I
missed.
mean, like here's like I'll read another one too that I just like I didn't think needed to be on this list. Lita betrays Kane and joins Edge. Right, that's one that I don't think needs to be on this list. Bailey attacks Becky Lynch. Just to give you an idea too, right? Becky Lynch turning on Charlotte at SummerSlam. You know why that moment doesn't matter? Because of that moment, she did that you people promo, and the crowd never turned. They
No, they
didn't turn on
really-
her. And
they
in
were
fact, because
behind.
of that, she became the bad guy. Then she became the man. And then guess what happened? Now she's the man. So I'm like, no, that's trash. Let's go to this. I don't think it was intentional that Heenan did it, but it kind of took away from it. True. Uh, well, we didn't have the media the way it is now with Hogan. And I think that if Hogan had the media attention like now, it would have been a big deal. I think it was still covered like with the news and stuff like that, but it wasn't like nearly
Like
as
it wasn't a big. It wasn't made like
no,
a super duper big deal like
no.
Cena's.
So I wish I would have been there. Uh, growing up and children, men and women, and Chaz. Oh well, that's why he's drinking 5 beers at night. He's going through it.
I don't know if Chaz can handle 5 beers.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's it. It's over his
I don't
weight.
know either. I
It's
don't
over
know.
his
He
weight.
might.
I promise you.
He might be laying in his bed if he's drinking 5 beers, feeling like trash.
He might
How
be going to
did
the
Chaz
hospital
react?
with alcohol poisoning.
Can't
Chaz
even handle a 6-pack.
Chaz didn't read. Chaz didn't. I don't know what Chaz's reaction was. I could tell you that Chase's reaction was like gone. He was like those kids.
Chaz jumped.
Chaz
jumped
jumped on.
the podcast. He was in tears.
He
Was
was
he?
literally in tears.
I
In
didn't.
tears.
And then you could hear Chase in the background asking him if it's over yet and sounded like he was crying.
Worse than you at the Rumble with Ray and Penta.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back
Like,
and find that
like
moment.
worse than you.
Yeah. It
Because
ruined
he's
his
a little
childhood.
bitch.
Do you know you're getting called out when Red Dog? You called out when Red Dog is finger wagging.
That's that old age showing on him.
Yeah, man, just
no.
let me see. Let's see what they do with it. True, it is about it. Different audiences, right? More kids are watching WWE. I don't. I think a lot of kids were watching WCW and
Yeah.
WWF at that time. Like,
I was a WCW kid.
didn't ever watch WCW. So yeah, more kids were watching WWE than ever watched WCW.
Yeah.
Wasn't Professor Tatanka in one of the Three Ninja movies? Yes.
Yes.
I was like that with Goldberg Lesnar 5 years ago. Damn, 16.
Yes.
First
And
of
I
all,
was great.
the way I
When
read
you
it too,
say he is old-
the way I read it too wasn't necessarily like me reading it like that is not how I read it in my head. I read it like Kevin Hart was like, damn. I'm not saying how old I was. That's because Mr. Golden had just turned 45. Yeah, the good old days.
With no social media, yeah.
Yeah. Until they added 15 other members talking about
The
Richard
NWO.
Brady.
It
Yeah.
was
Add
more
everybody.
than that.
They did.
They had subdivisions.
No, they did have subdivisions.
That's all.
WWE ranks top 30 heel turns. There's Chaz, up here. Triple H and Orton. Actually, I don't remember seeing that one on there. Was that on that list? I want to see. I don't remember seeing.
When
I believe that
Evolution-
was 16. I could be wrong.
when
Nah,
Evolution
16 was
turned
Eddie turning on Ray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not actually. I don't even see that on here.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's not on here.
But Lita turning on Kane is. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out. That fictitious list.
No, 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 no. Yeah, but we saw that one coming. Uh, Hogan. um, for the watch along. Poor Chase. Hold on. Red Dog Matumbo. That's crazy because I own a Matumbo jersey.
You would.
Yeah, well, he was the Nuggets, and that he was a part of the Nuggets franchise, and he's amazing. You know, love that man. Ron Simmons, facts. Uh, thumbs down match. The thumbs down match. All right, let's jump into this last debate topic because it's not really a debate topic. But Mr. Golden, you're gonna find this all too familiar. Ayo, I'm gonna call this. We'll call this the rant section. Stop booking it. The IWC needs to calm down. Y'all's opinion matters. Y'all think your opinion matters so much when it comes to wrestling. It is so weird to me that a community thinks that if they boo enough or if they yell enough, everything is gonna go their way. Listen, you got one, okay, and I'll tell you the one that you got. The Viking experience. Like you got them to change their name back to the Viking Raiders at least, right? You got one. And sure, like we got behind Kofi Mania and Daniel Bryan, right? The Yes Movement, but it's not like that all the time, right? And it gets to the point where it gets annoying where I see Chris Van Vliet having an interview with uh, AJ Styles, and AJ Styles made a comment that moments matter more than matches. And this dude with his fucking following on Twitter was like, nope. I'm sorry, Mr. AJ Styles, but I respectfully disagree. Matches matter more than moments. I'm like, cool. Name me your favorite match. And I'm going to tell you right now, no one's going to remember that match, but they're going to remember a moment from it. So moments have to matter more than matches. Because if they didn't, we wouldn't give a shit. Let me be real with you. I don't care how many fucking stars Dave Meltzer gives Kenny Omega and Okada. Let me be real with you. I don't remember the fucking match. I
I don't
don't
remember
care.
any of them actually. Now that I
But
think,
I do remember Kenny Omega finally hitting the One Wing Angel on Okada at Wrestle Kingdom.
And
Couldn't
winning,
tell you which one.
but I'll be honest. I don't remember watching Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega. But you know what I do remember? I remember that DDT on the fucking turnbuckle when they're both on the top rope. That
yeah,
was a moment where I went, holy shit, right?
That was nasty.
I'm not even going into WWE. Let me go one more. Lance Archer versus John Moxley, Texas Death Match. Guess what I don't remember? The fucking match. But I do remember Lance Archer going through a hard table and like just laying there in his fucking blood. I'm like, bro, like I'm not here for it no more. Like y'all out here thinking your opinions matter so much. Like you're gonna sway everything, and it really doesn't matter. Like I couldn't imagine, right? I could not imagine the IWC being in a fucking musical, like watching a fucking musical. I just could not imagine seeing fucking like I use this for all the time, and I think about this every single time. Hamilton, right? Popular, right? Chaz missed it because he was like, "This is gonna be stupid," right? Some
actually good.
rap music. No, first of all, I just want to explain this, and Chaz will tell the story too. Chaz had the opportunity to go watch that when it was off Broadway, and he said no, it looked dumb because it was about rapping politicians, and he turned it down, and he went away. Turns out to be one of the greatest things ever. I'm gonna continue to talk about it because it was one of the funniest things he's ever told me. But my problem is, imagine if the audience, right, was a part of the IWC, and Hamilton comes out and he starts off, right. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and then everybody goes, uh, Hamilton wasn't Puerto Rican. Like, how dumb does that sound? Like, to me. Like that's my problem. Is like I'm listening to you guys do this shit, and y'all need to just chill out. Chill out. You know what I mean? Like that's my problem. Like you don't write anything. You don't do anything. Just enjoy the fucking ride that you're on. I'm gonna let you guys have it.
Dang, that was. I mean, you pretty much said it all.
Yeah,
Like
I was like, I'm not sure what to say. I think you kind of
everybody,
killed it. I mean,
everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck about your opinion.
Well, I
No,
see
they
that my
don't.
camera's frozen.
I see that.
Oh, you are.
Yeah,
Um,
frozen.
Angry dad face activated.
Hold on,
um,
hold on one second. I know we're live, but hold on one second.
oh, he jumped. Uh, well, hold on. Now, hold on. We're talking about the IWC, right?
We're talking about the IWC and how they feel like they have the right to comment on everything and bitch about everything, and their opinions matter when really their opinions don't matter, and they're a bunch of crybaby little bitches. And
They are.
at the end of the day, they need to stop drinking the Kool Aid.
And they just need to sit down and shut up. When my hand goes up, their mouth goes shut.
All right, Miz.
But like, it goes back to the idea of like how did we think that we were so intricate to the product that our opinions matter so much that we're like, if we boo this enough, they'll do something about it. And then you have guys like Hunter and, God forbid, right, VKM, right, Tony, right, they're all writing this out. Scott Demore, right, they're all writing, they know what you're going to react like, they're there for it, and you just keep feeding into it. Like, if you, and I keep saying it too, man. If you don't like something, just don't say something. Just
Right.
don't react. Like, that's the way to get it over, right? If you don't like it, you don't want it, don't react to it. But it's just so dumb to me that a bunch of people, a bunch of grown, let me put out this even better. A bunch of grown ass, somewhere between 35 to 40, 50-year-old men thinking, if I boo this and if I talk about this enough about how much I dislike it, they're gonna listen to me. They're gonna write the story the way I want to write the story. Like, shut up. And I, first of all, listen. Some of y'all Southerners, I'm sorry that I came out in a Southern accent. It's not. It's not a shot at y'all. It's
You
just,
got something you want to say there, Cliff?
listen.
Right.
Okay, Leonard Skinner talked about Southern gentlemen being mad all the time. Right? It's not me. It's them. Okay, I'm gonna put it on them.
There might be some truth to that.
But it wasn't Skinner. What was that? Who wrote that? Who wrote that song? Uh,
Uh,
Southern Gentleman.
God, who would? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Neil Young, right?
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So my point being though is that at the end of the day, when I look at it, right, if you think that you think you're making this impact, this giant impact of like, oh my God, look at what I get to do, and then they don't book it the way you want it, then you're like, this was a terrible booking. They didn't do it the right way. I'm like, shut up, shut up. You probably sitting there popping off like, oh my God, like when John Cena turned, I'm sure somebody was out here like, uh, I didn't like it because they didn't do it the way that I wanted it done. And then they went and complained about it online, and people were like, yeah, I kind of agree with that person. You didn't. The moment that it happened, you popped off and you were like, oh my God, it was so cool. John Cena turned heel. Like, that's what my problem is, man. And I just need the IWC. Like, stop thinking that you know more about the product than the person that's in the product. It just doesn't make sense to me. Especially, like I said, my comment about the AJ Styles thing was wild. The wildest part.
That was a bit much.
I respectfully disagree with you, Mr. Styles. Matches matter more than moments. I don't think so because I still think about Shane McMahon falling off of a fucking Titantron after getting in the head, hit in the back by Steve Blackman. That
Yep.
was,
Remember the match?
yeah, it was crazy. That's
Oh,
a
when he got suplexed through the glass windows at King of the Ring and just
bruh,
kept butting off of them.
bruh.
I don't
Or how
remember
about
that.
this? How about this? The moment that we talk about all the fucking time on this show, when Kofi and Xavier Woods showed how right they were
Right?
about
Right?
Biggie.
Oh, we're talking about the IWC. Where are you at now, Dean? Huh?
Right?
Where are you at in the comments? Come on, say something. Say something, Mr. Internet Wrestling Culture, so you can prove me right.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And I'm like, I'm tired of seeing like everybody have something to say that they're like, my opinion is the right opinion, everybody else is wrong. And I'm like, I get it. We all allowed to have our own opinions. But man, when some of y'all just go out your fucking necks to talk about how great you think that you would have booked a show better than somebody else, is like, nah, dog, you need to chill out with all that. You need to chill out. 100% need to chill out with all that. Wildin'. All right, let me jump into these comment sections. You guys want to add anything else into it?
Nah, fuck them.
Fuck
It's
that.
the rant from Cliff. That's
Yeah.
the Red Dog's rant. All right,
Well,
here
I
we
mean,
go.
we get it from Chaz, so
Right. The biggest problem is that people take the shit too seriously. 100%.
dead
100%.
ass.
Uh, just like the political shit. Well, actually, because politics fucks with you, even if you don't fuck with politics.
Yeah.
Uh, the body shaming, that's one thing too. That shit's got to stop.
No, right?
I had some kid yesterday call me fat, like when I was wrestling, and I just ignored it. I ignored him, but I was like, "Hey, yo, man." I just wanted to be like, "That's body shaming. You should be ashamed of yourself." It's just, but I was like, I gotta ignore him."
If you're
Uh,
fat, what am I? Because
Shawn Michaels, Sweet Chin music on Undertaker when he was a ref.
Yeah, for him and for Hunter and Tager.
Yeah. Uh, great show. It's a great show. Best show I've ever seen. I always talk about
Hamilton.
Hamilton. I saw it in New York, first row. Yeah, you should tell Chaz how not to pass up on opportunities. Uh, they would go, who exactly? They would be like, we don't like Lin Manuel Miranda. How come we can't get somebody who's closer to who he's supposed to be? When Hamilton came from Port, but history. Uh, you know what they say about opinions? No, go ahead, clue us in. I know what they say, but don't. All the sport talk idiots, right? Uh, goes to post my agreeing meme after that. Yes, Red Dog, tell them. Ain't nobody gonna read my shit. They don't pay attention. Fuck people are not talking to longtime friends anymore because of fucking politics. Like there any fucking difference between the parties. Yeah, I mean I can't. Yeah, I couldn't convince you about Corbin. You still ain't gonna convince us about
No.
Corbin. Corbin is a gem.
Right?
Talent.
Southern man, right. There it is. I hope Neil Young remember a Southern man don't need him around anyhow. Uh, when Brian didn't win the Rumble, when Brian wasn't
Oh
in the Rumble,
man, yeah.
yeah,
I was gonna say
yeah.
wasn't even in it.
Remember when they booed Rey Mysterio? He was 30.
Did you cry then?
And not when he got eliminated at 30 or when he came out. I was confused. I was confused when Rey Mysterio came out at 30. I was definitely confused. I was like, yo, wait, what? Why is he 30? It should have been Brian. Like that was my thought. But I didn't go on Twitter and be like, this was a terrible Royal Rumble because Rey Mysterio got eliminated so quickly. I was like, man, didn't care. We almost made it the whole show.
Almost. Almost.
Almost.
You get no pass.
Red Dogs rabies. How very dare you call me an IWC? I actually travel the roads, you jerk. He says he goes out and he touches grass, like some of y'all should do too. He says, "Hey, I'm in shape, round. I like to
Yep.
tell people I have the body of a god, Buddha. I will never forgive myself. Forgive
Nor
yourself for
should
what?
you.
For what?
Oh, for missing that show.
Oh. I said that because of your comments. Yeah. It was funny though. I'll tell you this, right? So I was in WWE, and yeah, there he goes. I'll never forget myself for Hamilton. Uh, I was at I'm gonna share this with y'all so I can share this with everybody else too. So we was in WWE, and I heard some little girl like yell at me, right? Just full voice. She's like, "You're not my dad," and I was like, "And thank God, because if I was, I'd drown myself."
Oh, that poor little boy.
And then I got so I'll share this with you guys. I'll share this with y'all too. I got the mic, and so I was like, I was heated, right? Because the crowd was booing me, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, is this the best Rhode Island has to offer? Because just like this state and this opponent right here, everything comes up short. Just give me somebody else. Wow,
man.
it was a good ass time. It was a good ass time. All right, but that is today's show. So y'all let me know. Actually, we gotta pull up dumbass of the week
I was
because
just about to say that.
Yep, yep. Oh, let me pull it up while I'm looking for it. Saw Dean's comment. So we got. All right, here we go. So Damien's dumbass of the week. So as we're here talking about it, right? No votes for Tony Khan.
Hey,
You get to
how's that
pass
make you
this
feel,
week.
Damien?
Oh, because I didn't vote for him this week. Somebody else pissed me off.
So we have 25% for the IWC, we have 25% for Carmella, and we have 50% for Bubba Ray Dudley.
Ooh,
Yep.
He
even the
deserves it.
IWC got a pass,
I mean, for now.
but at the end of the day, they really didn't, because
Yeah. It's still trash.
including you, Dean.
So that's good. He said, all of you fat, ugly, short Rhode Island rednecks. I like that. Like, longest fucking state name and shortest fucking place to drive through. Whatever. Anyway, going about it. So, what does that mean? We've covered all these topics. We've handled all these debates. We're not going to give your computer a virus or even give you like any achievement or trophy because we don't really care about all that. But like every great part of a wrestling match, we gonna take this home because this is Red Dog and Friends, and you guys know this is Damien Fatal. It is Twitch Grays, your friendly or not so friendly neighborhood Red Dog, depending on what you have him doing. But I need you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channels, follow us on Twitch, follow us on Spotify, listen to us on Amazon Music, give us those 5-star frog slash reviews off of Mount Olympus, and make sure they're good ones because if they're not, Damien will fuck you up.
Yes, I will.
So
I know where you all live at.
subscribe to all, follow us on IG, check us out on TikTok, even follow us on Twitter, X, whatever, 3countpod_. Do all that stuff. Go check out our merch on foryourwear.com. Even check out our merch on prowrestlingtees.com. Make sure you're checking out Now Entering this week. It'll be a lot of fun to check out that episode. Check out all of our episodes that have gone past, and then tell your mom about us, your dad about us, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your best friends, and your enemies, because we love haters too. You're doing all that stuff, but really you're just kind of waiting for this episode to end. You're waiting for that outro, and then you're choosing another episode to listen to. Kawaii.
What's up? It's your boy Twitch Graves. Thank you for checking out this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you like and follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, Facebook, Apple Podcasts. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, and Twitch at 3countpod. Twitter and X, 3count_pod. While you're at it, head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees or foryourwear.com and make sure you buy our merchandise.